The tragedy at Michigan State University, the violence there awakening a long debated topic. Should concealed carry be allowed on college and university campuses? Our reporter, Michelle Casado, looks into the issue and how Florida's law compares to other states.
Backpacks are not the only weight college students carry with them to class these days.
I just wake up every day and I just pray to the Lord and that He protect us all everywhere we go.
I'm always thinking about which is the fastest way to get out of here.
The fear of mass shootings is real, and it's resurfaced a long debated topic on whether guns should be allowed on campus. At Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton, the feelings vary.
Personally, I'm against it.
I have that discussion with a lot of my friends and I really don't know where I stand on that.
And I see both sides of it, honestly. Like, yeah, if someone was concealing a gun, they might have been able to take him out, the threat out before he hurt others. But then if someone's having a really bad day, you don't know how they would react.
Florida law does not allow anyone to carry a gun on college or university campuses, but says you are allowed to keep a gun in your car.
They're not allowed in the dormitories. They're not allowed in housing. They're not allowed in the classrooms. They are allowed in the car.
Bob Harvey is a member of Florida Carry, a grassroots organization that works to protect Floridians' gun rights. Harvey says the organization filed lawsuits against Florida universities that tried to prevent gun owners from keeping their guns in their cars.
It's not the law-abiding citizens that are doing this.
According to bestcolleges.com, a research and college ranking website, about 16 states allow individual colleges and universities to ban or allow guns on campus. Georgia's campus carry law, amended last year, allows guns on campus in certain buildings. Every Town for Gun Safety, an organization that advocates against gun violence and for gun control, says there is no reason to believe allowing guns on campus would prevent a mass shooting or stop an in-progress shooting, saying, quote, under extreme duress, an armed college student or university professor cannot be expected to transform into a specially trained tactical police officer, end quote.
If we were to have guns on campus, it should be by trained security or police officers, which we have.
As mass shootings continue, so do the conversations about solutions.
There should be armed personnel, whether it's professors or janitors or whoever, that can be an instant responder as opposed to waiting for someone. I mean, the irony of it is when we have a mass shooting, people yell it's the gun issue, but yet the first person is called is a man with a gun.
Michelle Casado, WPTV News Channel 5.